want to be authentic. I want to be transparent. I want to be impossible to misunderstand. I want 100% clarity. I can guarantee you, people watching this now, there will be those people that go, damn, I like that guy. And there'll be other people who's going, I can't understand that guy. In fact, this is probably the first video you do today that there's going to be subtitles. There's going to be people who just go, I can't stand that guy. I just don't like that guy.
Yeah.
But the one thing that there won't be are people on the fence.
Becoming a master is not about doing 4,000 things. It's about doing 12 things 4,000 times.
The Ultimate Sales Machine presents the CEO Mastery Show for entrepreneurs looking to grow faster, better, smarter. If you would like to have a profound breakthrough in your business, talk to our team live by visiting chetholmes.com/breakthrough. Good advice is contextual. Get your answers at chetholmes.com/breakthrough.
We are about to talk about how to get your face everywhere. I just happen to have a whole couch full of people that we were just discussing. What are we going to discuss? Hey, I've seen you everywhere.
Yes.
Hey, I've seen you everywhere. Really? How do you get your face everywhere?
I don't think you do. I think the maybe the reframing of that question is, how do you make sure that people see you? It's like the classic sign that someone comes to you and they bought a yellow car.
Okay.
And you go, damn, I haven't seen a yellow car. And then what's the only thing you see the following day?
Yellow cars all day.
Yeah.
All day. So I think the trick is to make it that when your face does appear, people go, oh, look at that guy. He's either a bit different or that guy. Yeah, there's something there. And so when you pop up, it's a case of I'm constantly recognizing you. So I think the question is, how do you show up so unique that you burn yourself into someone's memory so they constantly come back to when you do pop up?
Can I pull out one thing you said there?
Yeah.
So unique. Some people just do content, but you're so right. I know when I produce content, it's crazy different. Yesterday I did one, I was near the shower was running. I was pissed off that I had to take a shower. It was really weird. But and also then the second thing is to the right target audience.
Yeah.
So we're not all speaking to the same people. With me, it's only large brands reaching very small businesses. People think it's everybody, but it's only because that's all they're interested in, is what I do. So I love what you said, man.
Which brings us playing the tennis here.
Let's do it.
Now you're talking about the niche.
Yes.
So make yourself unique and niche down to your marketplace. And I think the easiest way, because we all can overcomplicate the crap out of it.
Right, of course.
But basically, when you niche it down, you're talking to your avatar, you're talking to that person. And if you're crystal clear on who you are, then that horrible word of today, authenticity, comes through. I hate the word authenticity. I despise it. Really do.
But you're an authentic guy. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, thanks for that. I hate the trouble is, the second do you call someone out as authentic, you're acknowledging that the rest of the people around you are not. So I don't want to be authentic. I want to be transparent. I want to be impossible to misunderstand. I want 100% clarity. I can guarantee you, people watching this now, there will be those people that go, damn, I like that guy. And there'll be other people who's going, I can't understand that guy. In fact, this is probably the first video you do today that there's going to be subtitles. There's going to be people who just go, I can't stand that guy. I just don't like that guy.
Yeah.
But the one thing that there won't be are people on the fence.
Right, and you don't want that. That's where you need to get jock itch. It's really uncomfortable on the fence. What do you think, man? Talk to us.
Well, I think that you're spot on, and I think that there's a lot of power in polarity, and I think that a lot of people are afraid of it, especially for me, because I came from the corporate world before I became an entrepreneur. I remember updating my LinkedIn profile when I had a corporate job, and my boss messaged me and he goes, "Hey man, are you going to find another job?" And now, the stuff that really does well on my feed, which is another direction we can go. The reason why I'm always up on top of everyone's Facebook feed or LinkedIn feed is because I dare challenge to be different, and I take positions I am not afraid of my positions. And by the way, not all my positions are always right, but I stand by them. And I'm also open. And I think the word that Steve said earlier, transparency, is really important. I'm very transparent with my network. They know what's going on. You were walking around with me for 2 days at the conference, and people would come up to me that I don't remember, honestly. I know if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. If you're listening to this, I'm not talking about you. It was someone else. Okay? It was one of those other people. But they would come up to me and they would ask me questions about things that I am going through in my life that I'm posting about, right? Yes. So they already know, they feel like they know me, and I think that that's very important.
You know, I think it's also, what is your superpower too? So each one of us, when I think of how everyone, like I know you're so great at talking about what you're experiencing in your emotions, and I love that. You, on video, you just pop, right? Like you have to be involved because what is this guy doing? He's talking, he's high energy.
That's a good demonstration, Amanda.
Right? And you just crack me up. Like the things that you post, like yes, and there's wisdom there, and I want to hear about it, right?
Deep.
So, yes. So every person just has, you're being exactly what you were saying. You're being you in your authentic self. Like I was a musician. When I post things, I've been posting everybody's pictures, and I've been putting a theme song to each one of our pictures, and every single one has gotten a repost because I'm a musician, so that's how I think, right? So it's being you and your authentic, transparent.
You actually said something. You made yourself relatable because you made yourself understood. You had a position, so those people that came up to you could relate to that. And that is, we're a marketing event. That's what you need to do. You need to connect with people by being understood and relatable. So I post quite often some stupid shit. Because to me, this will make me laugh. I'm posting that. That's daft, or that bothers me. I'm posting that. And I'm often told, you've got to think about what you post. Not really. You just got it's just got to connect with you. It's got to ignite something in you. You've got to have a reaction.
And the people who jive to you are going to follow you. Well, Seth Godin to those times.
There you go.
People like us do things like this. So to your point, yes. I mean, you ask people, the Ramon Ray people, what is Ramon having on Saturday morning? Everybody will tell you, burnt pancakes. Done. End of story. So I mean, that goes vulnerable as you.
And the same,
that's my jam.
And the same with me, because I think what you said about how you want to be so uniquely different that you burn that image of you into their brain, I thought that was really spot on, because I started something 3 or 4 years ago called the travel shirt, where every time I go somewhere, I'm always wearing like a Hawaiian shirt. So when I wear a travel shirt, like when I wear a Hawaiian shirt, I take a picture and I say, guess what I'm doing today? And my network will comment like, where are you going?
Travel shirt.
So I think that there are some lessons about like how you can do things that are repeatable, but repeatably unique, so that are really a part of your brand.
Can I call something out?
Good or bad?
I think he's still going to call it out. That wasn't a question. I think
if I say no, are you going to stop?
You say about being unique, and a lot of people are out there now thinking, well, how do I be unique? But isn't it amazing how we're unique by not trying?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've always said...
Isn't that funny?
I've always said it takes zero effort to be me. There's so many people, especially young entrepreneurs out there, they get into a business space, they get into an industry, and they conform to, I've got to look like this, I've got to behave like this, I'm real estate, oh my God, I've got to be Grant Cardone. They try to be someone else, and they lose their identity because they now become someone who they're not. To be unique, stop trying.
Would you like to double the size of your company in the next 12 months flat? Take 30 seconds to answer our quiz on the ultimate sales machine on what's holding you back from growth. The reason is because 95% of businesses will never make it to $1 million in annual sales. Of that, 0.08% of those will reach $5 million. Of that, 1.5% will ever reach $10 million, and 0.004% will ever reach $100 million and beyond. See, in most cases, it's not about your product or service. It is the skills it takes to grow your business. Based on The Ultimate Sales Machine, written by my father, Chet Holmes, voted in the top 10 most recommended marketing and sales books of all time. We can help you get there. All it takes is focusing on one skill area that can double your sales if you have the pig-headed discipline and determination to do so. So be pig-headed. Go ahead and answer those 5 questions on our survey to understand how you can create your ultimate sales machine.
Answer these 5 questions at howtodoublesales.com.
My most viral video on LinkedIn ever was a stupid video of me driving around in my old, this is back when I definitely didn't make as much money. And I was in a convertible PT Cruiser, and I had hired a videographer off of Craigslist for like $200, you know? And we were just driving around, and I was just saying random things that were bothering me about the industry. And one of the things that went viral was just me talking about how tired I am of Gary V wannabes.
Yes.
And how many people just like popped up out of nowhere with the little video clips and just like saying ridiculously obnoxious things. But the problem is, like, Gary V, that's being him.
He's him. That's it.
That's why it works. But when other people, and they're not being genuine with their self, and they're just trying to imitate being Gary V, like, you're just now another. It doesn't work.
How do you really feel?
That's it.
And going to vulnerability, going back to, I don't know if it's a viral video or not, but I know, and this was a precursor to a South by Southwest talk. I was in my car, had a blue NFL jacket on, whenever the Super Bowl was in New York and New Jersey. I forgot the teams that played anyways. I had a blue jacket. Point is, I talked about entrepreneur depression. I don't want to take the conversation down, but that was for me.
It's real.
Going back to, I'm just who I am. Yeah. And I sat there with my little phone and I said, I am so tired of the God complex we all may have. We have fans and followers, images, you know what I mean? And I just said, guys, I'm just not feeling it today. I am so tired. Business is tough. And I went on and ranted, and so many people, I didn't mean for them to, but to your point, I was just being me. And I think second thing, I'm curious what you think, Steve, and all of us, is that some people, though, I must say, being them, though, isn't it a bit straight-laced? That being them is that. We have characters, I think, that lend itself to being drawn in my. Go ahead, you can disagree, that's cool. But
no, it's not that I disagree. It's just, it's a hard truth to hear. That's like,
no, because I talked
sometimes you're just not that cool.
Right. No, I talked to a friend of mine, and she said, Ramon, I'm not going to be going around screaming on videos like you do. I said, in that case, and you never will, that case, you have to find the hook. Brene Brownish. You have to find that cool thing, because you're not going to be, hey, my name is so-and-so. You're not going to do it. It's not going to be you.
I've often said that just because we can take selfie videos, it doesn't mean that a lot of people should. You know? It's true. Right?
Especially if you're like me and you got a face for radio.
But
those are the best faces.
But there are some people that if you're having a conversation, like we are now, you're in a party and they're all great and it's all brilliant, and all of a sudden the camera comes out to film this and they suddenly become Chandler Bing, and they're like, it's just eerie as shit. You know?
Like many of our family members, I bet, Christmas time or Thanksgiving, whatever we're celebrating. I don't know if you have those. Everybody's laughing. I know I'm a certain family member of mine, the camera comes out, can y'all stop? Just keep doing what you were doing.
It is crazy. But there is a lot of that lens phobia. But you're right. People should, the first thing they should realise is, do they have something to say that can help somebody else? If they do, what you look like doesn't matter. Okay? If you focus on the them rather than the you, then you're going to be a lot more comfortable. Too many people are like, okay, I'm going to do a video. How do I look? What is my good side? How's my hair today? You know, and they focus so much on their metrics that they're not going to connect with anyone in any case, because they're only caring about them.
I 100% agree with that.
Great, I'm gone.
No, because if it was about me and carrying on my father's legacy, and then it became the Amanda Holmes show, I was like, I have zero interest in that. If it's when I started to see our clients and see what happens to them, how they grow their businesses, how they flourish, I felt morally responsible to make sure that more people got that, and it became about serving them, and then to the moon and back, whatever I need to do, right? But when it was about me, I'm like, screw
I've
that.
got a question. When did you get it wrong? Because I know I had a moment in my life where I was me, then that little entrepreneurial devil, the doubt, came out in me, and I actually changed my persona. I was a black t-shirt, motorcycle riding guy, didn't give a shit, too much whiskey, blah, blah, blah. And then I got concerned about what other people thought.
Yes.
And I started wearing suits. I actually bought a car, okay? I bought a Ferrari.
Wow.
Because I bought a car, I bought suits, I took my earrings out.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
not the earrings.
Yeah. I didn't grow hair, but I did all of those things because I suddenly thought to myself, oh shit, you know, if for people to take me seriously, I've got to be this. And there's a picture of me leaning up, and we have it in the house. There's a picture of me leaning up against a Ferrari in Monaco at the 50th anniversary of Ferrari, me throwing parties there. And I've always said to everyone, it was the greatest celebrity party that I wasn't at.
Wow.
Because this persona
I got
was.
you.
And actually, when the photographs came and I saw these photos, I realized I'd sold myself out.
Yeah.
I got rid of the cars, got rid of the suits, and I went back to this. So, what was your moment of kind of, hang on a minute, I've lost me, I need to go back? Because I think we all had it.
I love it. I mean, I'm happy to go. I know it would only happen for a few minutes or hours or metaphorically.
But it happened.
Yeah, it happened. And I was looking at other speakers. I'm a member of a professional speaking association. I'll leave it at that. And I started speaking like this. Say the audience, Ramon Ray. Hi, everyone. One day, there was a little boy. And going, you have to tell a story. You're supposed to pause. You're supposed to, that poised as I saw other good speakers.
Yeah.
But somebody, a good friend of mine came up kind of afterwards or the months later, like, Ramon, you okay? And I'm like, no, because I what you went through. So I stopped. I said, I can't. I no longer will the host or producer say, Ramon, you have to start it this way. No. Ramon Way start the event sitting in a chair in the middle of the stage.
Yep.
In the story. So that was mine.
Good.
I don't know if I'm gonna like this answer, but I would say it's right now for me.
Okay.
I mean, right now for me, because personally, I'd rather be at home playing video games.
I love
Like that's me.
it. Thanks for sharing.
And it's hard for me to actually be in a group, and I'm not an extrovert at all. And I actually hired a coach back in 2017, and she really helped me become, I guess you could call me an ambivert.
My man, that's good. That's
Right?
good. It's good if you recognize it.
But also what I've learned is that I've had to become a little bit more out there and make myself known. And if I want to do, like, as you guys know here at Traffic Conversion Summit, I mean, this event isn't for the trainings, it's for these. It's for moments like this, right? So if you're uncomfortable in moments like this, which this isn't to me, but I've learned that it is an important part of my own personal development. So that was a really hard thing to just confess.
Well, I'll tag on to you and say that I'm on that same boat. Like when you say that, the first thing
Literally.
that pops up for me is, we were on a boat last night.
No, last night I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I just want to say, just because I hopefully I don't embarrass you on this, but 2 nights in a row, we went to a party or something together, and I'm an introvert, and obviously she was feeling, a little burnout as well. I'm not going to call you an introvert, but I could just tell on her face that she was done, and I was definitely done. I'm always looking for an excuse to leave. So I looked at her and I said, "Are you ready?" And she goes, "I'm ready." And we left. And that's 2
I'm
nights
glad
in a row.
y'all shared it with us.
Well, no. I'll take it another
Okay.
level too, and just say when you say that, the first thing that pops up for me is I shaved my head for 5 years,
Remember?
Yeah.
and I love having a shaved head.
Okay.
It's so funny that all of you
Same.
guys have shaved heads right now. This is so funny.
Once a week, I shave my head. Yeah.
In November, this would have been the bald
And this
room,
could have
right?
been the bald form.
It
right?
would have been hilarious, actually, and we would have talked about it. But I miss being bald. I find it liberating. It's a very spiritual practice for me. It's about letting go of my ego. So when you say deter from it, I'm like, oh man, I would love to go back to being bald. I just get so much rep for it. I did it for 5 years. It wasn't like a small stint. But every day I look at my hair and I'm like, oh.
But guess
I would
what?
love to have
You are
that.
still the wonderful Amanda. Your spirit inside.
Well, that's
Really?
very kind.
No, really. You're still, good. Yeah. So
Thank you.
We'll the second show after commercial break.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the wonderful Amanda.
The one thing that I want to say though that I hope is super valuable to anyone listening who probably feels like what I just said, because even right now I'm like everything I can not to cry because I'm like it's so vulnerable.
I got you, brother.
But like the thing that I learned is that like when you are really good at what you do and you finally get confidence, then you can actually go into a room and you can be that person, right? Even if that's not what you want to do, you can be that person. And I think that confidence, I would say that competence breeds confidence. And then I can walk into a room confidently, which I think when you're first starting out as an introvert is very hard to do. I think that that's one of the hardest things you could ever do as an introvert is walk into a room and not feel confident. So I think that you have to work on your confidence, which of course is by developing your competence in what you do.
Well, this has been such a perfect. This is exactly what I wanted, right? I just said, "Hey, you guys want to come? Hey, you guys want to come? Let's just film something and let's put it out there." So, thank you all for being a part.
Thank you, Amanda.
Been an honor. Thank you.
Everybody.
When you invest at theultimatesalesmachine.com/workshop, if after you attend that workshop, if it's not the best 2.5 hours you've ever spent to get insights, relevant situations provided to you that could best help you implement these strategies and tactics, we'll get you back every penny you paid to participate. But that's just not going to happen. I mean, this is something I've been doing now for 2 decades. I've hosted more of these workshops than anyone alive. So I promise, I may not be Chet Holmes, but I've got your back. And his number one protege, I'm sure I won't let you down. So get yourself registered right now, and I'll see you on the inside.
Subscribe for more videos. Claim your free Chapter 4 of The Ultimate Sales Machine. This chapter helps you get 9 times more impact from every move you make. Visit ultimatesalesmachine.com. This has been the CEO Mastery Podcast, brought to you by The Ultimate Sales Machine.